Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your boy Daquan Robinson, and welcome to what is going to be known as R&B Tuesdays. This is the first video going up on my YouTube channel, and I'm very excited. A little nervous, but you know what? Hey, I'm more excited than anything else, and I think this is going to be an amazing journey. I got some wonderful surprises coming ahead with some wonderful collaborations with some amazing, talented singers. But in the meantime, for my first video, we're gonna break down some of the covers that I do, as far as what I did with remaking them, and taking things and adding it, and I think it's gonna be good. You guys are gonna enjoy it. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment below. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys would like to hear. And yeah, it's gonna be a great journey. So today, as you just heard, that was "Damage" by Chris Brown. We're gonna break it down today, and I'm gonna show you some of the things that I did when I remade this cover. All right, here we go. So we got the intro right here. The different instruments I used. Ooh, that subwoofer for that bass. Bar of 2/4 with the timpani roll. Here we go, chorus. Screen kind of blurry, hang on. There we go. Verse 2. Oh my gosh. To have everything color coordinated. Here we go with the bridge. Go with the keychain for the chorus and the outro. So when starting this whole process, to I like to start with the bass and the drums, of course. The bass was very intricate for this song, so I had to get it as close as I possibly can, because the bass, whoever played bass on this track, was all over the place, but in a good way. In a good way and in a tasteful way. It was just amazing. Just listen to it. For the intro. All of this for the intro. Like, what? Sorry about that, you guys. I have a very strong subwoofer. And then you have them in the verse. But I'm not gonna break down. I'm gonna show you some of the other stuff that this bass player, whoever played bass on the actual track, did. It was just phenomenal. It was just, like I said, it was very tasteful. It was all over the place, but in a good way. Like, started verse 1 off very simple. Now watch what he does in verse 2. Oh, we started a little before. Here we go, verse 2. Like, what? Like, wow. Like, to me, that's just amazing to hear. I always say that I love a good bass run. Bass runs are like my favorite. I don't profess to be a bass player or know a whole lot about bass playing, but a bass run, an electric bass run like that is just, even a synth bass run, is just amazing to me. What helps when doing covers is color coordinating everything. So everything, as you can see, is very color coordinated. I have the intro in red, just so you know where we are in the song. I have the first verse in blue, kind of like a dark navy blue kind of. I have the first chorus in like a yellowish goldish kind of color. Uh-oh. Hang on, technical difficulties here. Let's see what's going on. Uh-oh. Okay, let's see what's going on. Okay, I think it's opening back up. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that, guys. I have no idea what happened. That was weird. Anyways, as I was saying, color coordinating things really helps. So you have the chorus. The first chorus is kind of like in this yellowish, goldish kind of color. Then you have the second verse in like this brown, tannish kind of color. And then you have the next chorus in like this kind of like light blue. Then you have the bridge in this kind kind of magenta-like color, and then you have the chorus and the key change chorus and the outro in like this indigo, I guess, kind of color, which I guess would be fitting for a Chris Brown cover, seeing that his last album was called Indigo. Anyways, so yeah, that's my whole process this is pretty much the whole process to breaking down a cover for me. I start off with the bass and the drums. I feel like that's the you know, that's what holds it down. So when I start it, we're just gonna go to the part where the actual drums kick in. We're gonna skip the intro. And we can start like right here. And I'm sorry, I do start with the drums first before I forgot. I do start with the drums before I do anything else. Start with the drums, and then you bring in your instruments. For me, I do drums, then bass, because sometimes bass can be, you know, depending on what cover you're doing, it could be a lot trying to figure out what the bass player is playing. So I usually do drums, then I bring in the bass, and then even if the song doesn't have keys in it, I will add keys. So like this song particularly doesn't really have a keyboard part, so I added keys to it. So starting off with the, oh, now my phone wants to ring. So starting with the drums, went from the drums, and then I added bass, and then I added keys, and then everything else was just, you know, filling it in. So we have verse 1. And then eventually like I said, I added the keys in there. So now, but the only trick with the keys is I only added the keys in the intro and in the chorus, not in the verse. Verse should, I left the verse kind of down, you know, bring it down for the verses. Second verse. After keys, I usually add strings if there's strings in it. So this one is very string heavy, so to speak. So hang on one second. So we're gonna go back to the intro. The intro has strings. Well, there's strings throughout the entire song. But the strings, I think, are probably more integral than the keys in this particular song. And then you also have the tremolo strings that you'll hear in a minute. Right here, the string tremolo. Yeah. Then you have. And I love the bar of 2/4 in there. Now here we go with the chorus. Verse 2. Chorus. Okay, so now, after having the basics of the song, those are the basics. We have the strings, we have keys, we have the bass, we have the drums. Now is when after I get all of that in there, is when I go back and I add the rest of the stuff to really fill it out. As far as anyone who's very familiar with this song knows, it has those timpani rolls that I'm going to show you, and it was very important. Oh, and it has that little synth pad in there. The timing, as well as a little organ part in the bridge that I'll show you in a minute. So yeah, okay, so here we go. Yeah, you'll hear the timpani, all the extra stuff now. I'll have the strings play so you can kind of hear where we are in the song and how it fits in there. And the keys. You know, that's a classic Chris Brown thing, especially in his earlier songs. And you have that 2/4 timpani. You know, I'm gonna throw the bass in there just so it could sound kind of full for right now. Now we have the chorus. Turn the bass down so you guys can hear the timpani. Here we go. Timpani again. have the bridge right here. And this is where the organ part I was telling you about comes in. You'll hear it right here. Now we have the chorus with the key change and the outro. Very, very crucial to have those timpani rolls and hits in time. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So now, once you put all of that together and get on one accord, once you get all of that together, yes, indeed. Oh, and then once you get all of that together, the last thing I do is the mixing of it. So, here is where I decide what is it that I feel is kind of important in the song. And you also want to make sure that there's no red over here. No red. So I try to figure out what's important in the song. And sometimes I just go off of what I like to hear. I love to hear the bass. So for me, the bass is kind of up a lot. Of course, you gotta have the drums up. And then there's certain, auxiliaries that don't need to be as high. As you can see, there are certain auxiliaries that don't need to be as high. Because you can still hear those auxiliaries without it being up so high. It's kind of creeped in there, Change coming up right here. And that's how you break down a cover to a very popular song. This has been R&B Tuesdays with yours truly, Daquan Robinson. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment on what you guys think. Let me know what songs you guys would like to hear. And until then, I will see you guys next week for R&B Tuesdays. Bye.